what sets a girl apart from somebody that I just want to fuck versus somebody that I want to date or marry?
Damn, that's a good question.
Hey, what's cracking, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to the first episode of my podcast. I've been seeing a lot of relationship information out here, and it's a lot of statistical data that I think is very important for everyone who lives in the United States. And although I do agree with a lot of the premises for the relationship woes in America, just hear me out for a second. So when I was growing up, my dad used to tell me, like, son, when you choose your wife, it's just as simple as this. I can advise you on what you should look for and what I've dated in the past and what I've done, but it's really not going to be based off of any of my experiences. You're going to go for what you want to go for, and you're going to do what you're going to do without my opinion at all. So, as long as she's aesthetically pleasing to you, that's the starting point. That's what we call ground zero. All right? Now, he was like, once that's already on the table, and of course she has to basically accept that you find her aesthetically pleasing and she may find you the same aesthetically pleasing, you got something, right? All right, the next thing my dad said, and rest in peace to my father, and I thank him for a lot of information that he gave me. The next thing he said was that, there are three things after her being aesthetically pleasing that are very necessary, and that a man all his life will look for all three. To sum it up, he said, men are looking for three things after she looks good to them. One, her mind. How does she think? Two, her mouth. How does she speak? And three, well, it's the box. It's the sex. It's the everything physical. The physical attractiveness, the pheromones, and of course, the box itself. If the box itself is in its proper order, then we got ourselves a winner. A woman who has all three is going to be your wife. That's what my father told me. So, when you find a woman who is aesthetically pleasing, she has the right brain, she has the right mouth, and she has the right box. Those are the three things necessary for you to commit to that woman or that situation. However that commitment is made between you two as the dope people, regardless of what the outside world thinks, you guys have a pact and a bond and an agreement between the two of you of how things are going to go, because that's your all three woman. That's that maybe 40 to 50% of people that are actually married. Yeah, those are those people. All right? Because I know the numbers are skewed in the direction of divorces, but we never talk about the people who are actually having success at relationships. It's like they're bane to people's existence or something. I don't understand it, but I digress. Now, I kind of made it funny. I was about 13 when my dad had this conversation with me. So I kind of threw it in there like, so you looking for an all three woman, huh? I thought it was a rapper. And he was like, yeah, you're definitely right. You could actually call it that. So that's what we started to call it. We phrased a woman who was aesthetically pleasing, who had the right brain for that particular man, the right mouth for that particular man, and the right box for that particular man. She was an all three woman. She had all three. There's no reason for him to search. There's no reason for him to constantly cheat on her. There's no reason for him to disrespect her. There's no reason for him to act as though he doesn't love her or that he's not feeling her. Everything is there. It's all there. Those are the successful marriages in America. All right? So, at the end of the day, what we're saying is, I want to make this very clear. So, disclaimer, before you even start a process, you must understand that selfish people are going to get selfish results 100% of the time. All right? So just know that. And if you're serious about this, which I'm serious, and no, I'm not a relationship expert. No, I decline to say that I've written books. No, I'm not a professional examiner of individuals. But I happen to have been in a successful marriage, ups and downs, lefts and rights, trying to expand. For over 10 years, we're working on 11. I don't need no hand claps. What I'm saying is, I got a little experience. The 3 out of 3 woman, she gets the gold. The 3 out of 3 woman knows how to speak to her husband or her man. She knows how to weather the storm with him. She thinks family first. Well, she thinks of her family at least as much as she thinks of herself. She has the right mouth and she has the right box. All right? So the 3 out of 3 woman is the champion. She gets to be married because that's what she wanted. She gets the ring. She gets the suburban lifestyle. She gets the children in the good school districts. She gets the tax write-offs. She gets the death benefits. She gets the IRA and savings accounts. She gets the investment advice. She gets all the plugs and the plays that her husband in his time on earth has allotted her and her children. And she's plugged because she has the protection of a man who, if he has a 3 out of 3 woman, he gonna go ham if anybody tries to, you know what I'm saying, intercept any of his passes to his wife. I'll just put it like that. All right? So she gets the gold. She's the queen. You can't knock her off her throne. Only she can pull herself down. All right? The 2 out of 3 woman is the woman who can get a lot of things that the 3 out of woman can get. She almost looks like a 3 out of 3 woman, but she's not. Okay? She's missing something. It's either that mouth, either that brain, or that box. One of the 3. So, once we figure out which one of those it is, and we target that, a lot of cases, people have already told you, but once you target it, you can either fix it or not fix it. But not fixing it means that you can get married, but you'll get divorced. You can have kids, but you'll end up making yourself a single mother by deciding to divorce because your man has a 2 out of 3 woman. He's going to look for a 3 out of 3 woman. He'll probably give you time to develop the other, whatever that is. But after his clock gets to ticking too fast, then we end up with these situations where people have been cheated on, or I had to divorce him because of this, and blah, blah, blah. So, we want to get real serious about this, and I'm telling you straight facts. I ain't got to sell you a book. I ain't got to try to, you know what I'm saying, put on no fluff. I ain't putting on. I got 2 daughters, and I need them to understand this at the appropriate time, which is why I don't have time to play with anybody else's daughter in this country. We are at a major stint and pitfall, and it doesn't look like there's anything helping to get us back on track. I'm not here to condemn women. I'm not here to condemn men at all. I could care less what any of y'all do at the end of the day, but right now you're fucking with the ecosystem. All right? There's pretty women all over the motherfucking place. Pretty women are supposed to get attached quickly. So, what is the problem? We starting to move to the 1 out of 3 woman. The pretty woman is really all about me. Yeah, she's aesthetically pleasing, the 1 out of 3 woman, but she got that box game. And she already looks good in most cases. In most cases. That's why we call it a 1 out of 3. Because she has that definite. She got that look and she got that box. That box or the sex might be A1, like steak sauce, right? But that's all she has. Most times she knows this is all she has. She comes with a lot of excuses, and she's going to give them to you, bits and pieces, while she's in a conversation with you for more than 10 minutes, right? She's going to tell you, in some cases, she'll go all out and say, men are trash, or I'm looking for somebody who will accept me for me. I'm not changing for anybody. I'm just doing me. Or, you know, I mean, hey, I just give it how I get it, or I'm a hot girl. She might use that, then you already know what you're dealing with. It's just, you know, it's a matter of knowing that she's just not on the level. that you're looking for. You know, she looks great. She looks great, but do you want to take her to that corporate dinner, or are you just going to take her, you know, to Papa Do's, impress her a little bit, and take her back to the Hilton to bust it down and live to fight another day or work another week, right? That's all this is about, all right? So a 1 out of 3 woman a lot of times takes her position as just that. She knows she either, one, is incapable of providing the other two things because of how she is as an individual and she's not wired correctly, maybe because of her past, or two, she's not willing to do the other things because she's so full of her shit, she don't have to. Again, fucking with the ecosystem. And it ain't a good look. All right? So, 0 out of 3 women, if we could get there.
And you! I just plain don't like you.
Listen, nobody's looking for them. Really, they're not desirable to most. And until they can make themselves at least a 1 out of 3, they don't get a lot of attention. We don't have to go down that road. But at the end of the day, again, this is information my dad gave me, and Ike Arumba, it actually was a part of my process in choosing my wife. And I believe that every man on this earth goes through the same process, right? Because God's word does not come back void, and I'm trying to help people. So I just laid it all out for you. There is nothing else for men. Now, at the end of the day, men are just looking for their all 3 women. Ladies, I'm quite sure there are some criteria, and there may be a phrase that you're looking for your husband. Well, I believe that person is out here for you. Keep the search alive. I hope this information helps you. I just told you what the lick is. If you're a person that wants to be married and you want to have a fruitful life with another individual, healthy relationship, and build family and culture, your husband is looking for an all 3 woman. The brain, the mouth, the box. Once a man sees a woman that's aesthetically pleasing and she has those 3, she's all 3, she's the queen. Thank you guys for tuning in to the very first Matt Playback podcast. There should be many more. Thank you guys. Once again, please like and subscribe as always. Kiss your kids and your girl.